Hey there, Eric. It's Mike. I was just down here monkeying around on the drums. I figured I'd give you the tour of the latest version of what's going on here. Down here between the laundry and the furnace, which is blowing on me. I don't know if you can hear it on the microphone blowing across the microphone. But anyway, we'll start from the right here. I've got this Sabian stage crash. I think it's an 18-inch stage ride. Sorry. And I like it very much. In the basement, I don't think it fulfills its destiny as well as it could. Seems like it kind of rings a little bit. Kind of ringy. I'd like to hear it in a big room. I have a little gel tab on there just to absorb some of the ring. As I do on most of the other drums, I go to Walmart and Dollar Store and get window gel clings. These are Christmas ones. I like this one. I don't know if it's going to happen. But when I hit the drum, the end of that kind of bounces. Let's see. I don't know if that blew your ears out, but anyway, this little thing when I'm playing the drums will flap, and it's amusing to me to watch it do that while I'm playing. Anyway, I digress. But yeah, so this stacked hi-hat is when I'm doing double bass. I like to play that stacked hat sometimes. Oh, good, the furnace just shut off. And I've got this custom Z medium crash, 17-inch. As far as a crash cymbal, I could not ask for better. Focus. As far as, a big exclamation mark at the end of a big fill, that really does the job. I love the way that sounds. Big, full crash. I really like it. Then I've got this is a 302 Paiste. It's kind of a mid-grade. I had some mid-grade Paiste cymbals. This Splash is from that also, 302. And I've got this Paiste 2002 18-inch thin crash, which I really like. It sounds very different from the Zildjian, so it kind of mixes it up. What I was going for with this is kind of a soft crash with a slow decay, kind of, if you've ever heard the song Comfortably Numb by Pink Floyd, mid-verse there's a couple of crashes, just a really nice soft crash, which I like. And the nice thing is if I hit it kind of soft, it'll give me that, but if I hit it more sharply with a more aggressive attack, it'll give me a more rock crash kind of sound, so I like the versatility of it. And then we've got this old Camber ride cymbal, 18-inch from when I was in high school. I paid a guy $15 for that. He used to gig with that cymbal. It's nothing special, but it's intact. I've got it over here, so when I'm doing double pedals, I try to play left-handed. I use the left hand on the ride, and I'm using the slave pedal. I don't know let me see if I can get some light going here. So let's say I'm playing with the slave pedal and doing everything left-handed. I'm doing this ride or this crash, or not, what am I saying, crash, hi-hat. This is an old Camber as well from the 80s that I had when I was in high school. And there's no foot pedal on that. That's just suspended there. You put it there and you set your gap. So it's kind of a sloshy hat. And then this is my latest acquisition, Paiste Rude hi-hats. I love these. When I was in recording school in 1982, I would, whenever we had bands in there, I would kind of nerd out with the drummers and check out their gear and ask them questions. And this one guy had this Paiste Rude hi-hat. It had just come out. And it was the coolest hi-hat I've ever heard. Very chicky, and I really liked it. And I've been wanting one for over 40 years, and I finally got one, I think, last Christmas or the Christmas before. But I finally took the plunge on it. It was not cheap, but I love it. So I'm glad I did it. My goal with all this is to try to upgrade like this, one at a time, try to get everything professional grade so that when I retire and have time, which I'm actually coming into that, I've actually got a nice drum set to play. Now these toms are just some concert toms, fiberglass concert toms made by Pearl. Got those in the early 80s. Got Remo pinstripes on them. I got pinstripes on everything. And that's where that comes from is when I was at that recording school. Most of the drummers at the time, this is fall of 82, but most of them had the Remo pinstripes. And they were getting, to my mind or to my ear, what I thought was a great sound out of them. So I've been pinstripe guy ever since. But yeah, and I've been happy with them. This is a Yamaha Stage Custom drum set. You know, the shells and the hardware, which I like very much. I bought this little boom that comes off of that mount. I bought that on eBay. Actually, my mother gave it to me for Christmas, but I told her, said, "This is what I want. Here's the link." So she you know, she didn't pick it. She just got what I asked her to get. And then I've got the Tama Speed Cobra double pedal, which I like very much. A few years ago, I did some research on what's considered to be the best double pedal, and this was considered to be up there, considered to be one of the best, and was priced accordingly. It was not cheap, and I got it, and I'm glad I did. Before that, I had a DW 7000 double pedal, that was pretty good too. But yeah, that's pretty much what I've got. Oh, and I've got ProMark sticks all the way. Now this is a marching stick, which is it's almost like a telephone pole. It's really big. I like it, but I also do. Oh, that's not the one. I got my bag of sticks over here. My go-to typically is the. Oh, and this isn't even it. This is like a 2B. There we go. I think this is it. The ProMark 747 Neil Peart signature. These are collectibles. I should have never played these. They're all kind of chunked up. Wish I had a third hand so I could tap the screen to focus. But these are all kind of chewed up. I should have never played those. I should have just set those aside to collect. And then from the early 80s, I got, and these have seen combat. These are called Duraline. They came out in the 80s. They had made Duraline drumsticks and Duraline drum heads. They're one of the first non-wood sticks that they came out with. It's seen serious abuse. I've got like a rubber tip on it just for something to do. It's all chewed up. And let me shut this light off. See how chewed up that is. But and I've still got the Duraline head somewhere. It might even be down here. It's like a fabric woven head. Do I have that down here? Yes. They weren't out very long. Here we go. This is from the early 80s. Duraline. And it's kind of gotten stretched out. And the reason why is I was doing sound for a band, and he used to, and I loaned it to him because he wanted to try it. And he is also, that had a lot to do with that his snare head broke. But anyway, he used to do a flaming drumstick solo, and he'd soak timpani mallets in kerosene and do a flaming drumstick solo, and that drum head did not like that one bit. It all got detuned and everything. So that was the end of that head, but I kept it as a souvenir. So I got that at the same time as the Duraline sticks. I don't know if there's stories about that if you look for Duraline on YouTube or eBay, if you can find any of that old stuff. But when it came out in the early 80s, it was kind of a big deal, and one of those things that sounds like a big deal, and I guess it wasn't as big a deal in reality. It didn't play out as well, which is why it didn't last, and you don't hear about it anymore. But anyway, I've got that old Duraline stuff from the early 80s. Anyway, that's the set. And then the hi-hat pedal is just a hi-hat pedal. It's decent quality. It says Ascend on there. Oh, by Latin Percussion, by LP. Okay. Yeah. Oh, and then back here, I've got a floor tom that I got at Goodwill, and then a steel snare, an extra drum head, a bunch of random crap. But anyway, that's what it is, my friend. If you ever get a chance, I'd love to see a narrated tour like this of your drums. But anyway, happy Thanksgiving, Merry Christmas, and we'll catch up with you, man.